So to catch you up, if you're not caught up, Jody Sue Brown, the neighbor of Summer Wells, who disappeared June 15th, 2021, made a plea to speak to Fred Hill this morning. She made a Dear Fred video, and what she's basically wanting is to collaborate with Fred and hopefully find answers to where Summer is. And she thinks that Fred could potentially be helpful because Fred knows the land. And I think it started that night that Summer disappeared. Jody sat in the silence of the night and just listened, which I think maybe I may have done something like that too. It is possible, no matter what you think, it is possible that Summer did wander off and was never to be found. It is possible that they missed her. I have my own story. I will tell it completely one day to help you understand how that is possible. Drones missed my son. People missed my son. He was a mile down the road in plain sight. They missed him. Now, from what Ziggy has said today, Ziggy and Fred watched Jody's video. And from what Ziggy has said, Fred's not sure that he can trust Jody to work with because he has his reservations that she has either guilty knowledge or she's involved somehow in Summer's disappearance. I myself have never thought that. Nothing's led me to believe that. Doesn't matter what she has said or hasn't said, or put that to the side. What's important here? For Summer's sake. Fred, I know you think that Andy was on that road June 15th, and I do not know. I only know what I have heard. But from my understanding, you've seen camera footage. And in my opinion, I think you've seen the wrong date. So what I would really like for you to do, Fred, is go back to that footage, even if you have to call law enforcement, and confirm that for yourself. There's nothing wrong with being wrong. We're not going to poke and point fingers and say, you're wrong, haha. For Summer's sake, confirm that video that you have seen and the date. Because if you are wrong, and then you can get it in your head that Andy was not on Ben Hill after 3:30 when he shouldn't have been, then the finger pointing can stop, and maybe you and Jody can work together. The best thing that can happen for Summer is for her community to talk, especially you guys that were on Ben Hill that day. Everybody's seen something. Everybody heard something. And if you can share your stories, imagine what could come out of it. We need to find Summer. We need to bring whoever is responsible for removing her away from her home that day. They need to be brought to justice. Whether it is her parents, whether it is a stranger, whether it is someone who is from there, which I believe if she did not walk away and got lost, and she was kidnapped, it was from someone who knows her family, knows the land. No, I'm not pointing fingers at Fred. But if you know the story, if you know the land, it just 0% makes sense that some random stranger drove up there and then had the capability of kidnapping Summer without anybody seeing or hearing a thing. Her mother and grandmother was outside. Her 3 brothers were inside. Jody Sue was just right across the street. Neighbors were coming and going. If you're into psychic readings, I don't know if that's what it's called, psychic reading. If you're into tarot card readings, I thought it was pretty interesting what Ziggy's card reading said on Jody's intentions. I myself do not believe in that thing. I myself do not believe in those things, but I did listen to it. And her question was, what is Jody Sue's intention in getting a hold of Fred? And I won't give away what she said. I think it's fair that you go to her Empress Ziggy channel. It's at the beginning of the video. It's not hard to find. Just go to the beginning and you'll hear her speak of what her and Fred think about the whole situation. I just want Summer found. And so do all of you. And so do all of you. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Let's get her done. Let's get her done. It's time. It's almost been 3 years since this child has just magically disappeared. Something stinks. Something's not right. But at least one other person, other than Summer, knows what happened that day. Let's bring her home.